living in my van with my used shoes down by the river. So what my book is about, in 1991, I was in business school. I just inherited $10,000, and I was getting a little anxious because I wanted to get out there. I wanted to start making some money, get in the real world. And so I found an opportunity where I could buy $10,000 worth of used shoes, and I did so. So if you've ever shopped at like Macys, Nordstroms, Bloomingdale's, they have these policies there that if you buy just about anything there, including shoes, whether you've worn them for 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 years, as long as you show up with that item, with the shoes and a receipt, they're going to give you your money back. So when they take the shoes back, they can't just take them and sell them to another customer, and they don't necessarily want to destroy them because there is some value. So what they would do is they would sell them to people like me, and I would pay $2, $3 for those pair of shoes. And so at the time I didn't have a storefront. I did have a VW bus. And so what I did is I built a bunch of wooden shelves that I placed into the VW bus that I could put my shoes on. And then I simply went out and I went door to door selling used shoes. And mostly knock on doors during the day, and mostly women at home, and I would tell them about these great shoes they were from Macys, Nordstroms, Bloomingdale's, and how they were $100, $200, $300 pair of shoes that I could sell to them for $25, $30. And they would get all excited, and they'd love shoes, and they'd say, "Yeah, Andy, where can I find out about them?" And I'd say, "Well, come out with me to my van, my office, and I'll show you those shoes." So they'd come out, we'd do a fitting, and they would find a pair that they liked. They paid $25, they'd be a $200 pair. Good deal for them, great deal for me because I'd make some money, and I was on my way. So for 6 months I was going door to door selling used shoes, and I was actually making money, good money. In 1991, as a 21-year-old kid, I was making $50 plus an hour. But what I started to notice is that I was consistently inconsistent with my sales revenue, meaning that one month I'd make $5,000, the next month I'd make $2,000. Then the third month I'd make $3,000, and the fourth month I'd make like $200. And now I call that the roller coaster ride of consistently inconsistent sales revenues. Up one month, down the next month, up, down, up, down. And it's very deadly to business. And so after about 6 months in business, I started to have real cash flow issues. And I wasn't being successful because I wasn't always able to be on doorsteps, knocking doors and selling my used shoes. So I found myself shortly thereafter living in my van with my used shoes down by the river. And it's kind of the punchline to the story. And in my book, I use it as a metaphor. Obviously, the title of the book is Stop Selling Used Shoes Out of a VW Bus. And I use that experience to illustrate that when we're marketing and we're advertising, that it needs to be systematized so that we're not always riding this roller coaster up and down. And I tell the reader, essentially, stop selling used shoes at a VW bus.